There we go. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Awesome. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I'm speaking softer than normal. Hello, hello. And I'm still getting picked up. Fantastic. What's up, everybody? It's JTV. The mic is now here. For 2 reasons. Number 1, my roommate might be hopping on in a bit. And if both of us are here, I'm probably going to be, like, here. Which means the microphone will be way too far away to pick me up well. This will still pick up my roommate when she's playing. Oh, what's up, B-Trans? Yeah, so she's been saying for ages now, literally since we moved in here, that she wants to learn games. Like, she wants to learn fighters and shooters, fighting games and first-person shooters. So I was thinking, okay, well, I've got Tekken installed, but Tekken is not, like, massively beginner-friendly. I thought MKX is pretty easy to pick. Like, MKX is pretty simple. So, might play this. And then I was thinking Dead Space for the shooter. So, that would be pretty easy. Because Dead Space 1 is quite slow. It's quite slow-paced. So, while she makes up her mind whether or not she's going to jump on, I'm just going to play some MKX. I haven't played this game in, God, like, going on 4 years. Yeah. Jesus, yeah, going on 4 years I've not played this. Hold up, JTV being sold an Alienware PC sale. No. Is that a joke that I'm not getting? Yeah, it's a shame Ninja Killer wasn't around when the game was, like, in its prime. It really is. It really is. But I mean, this game has a lot of history. For the NRS scene, I really feel like it's where the NRS scene really kind of carved itself out. It was a great game for the UK scene in particular. Like, the UK scene really showed up for this game. You know, people, like, traveled and we had a good scene. I remember when this game first launched, you know, there was I remember going to, like, probably 10 tournaments within the first 6 months in the UK. Like, not even in the UK, in England. Not even in, like, you know, didn't have to go anywhere outside of England. You know, London had tournament, like, I went to, I think, 3 tournaments in the first 6 weeks. Then we had the Kombat Cup, then we had then we have Versus Fighting. MKX Evo, like 2015 Evo, is by far my favourite Evo ever. I don't think that'll ever be topped, to be honest. Anyway, so I was messing around here just now with punishing Scorpion's Flame Aura. Let's get into some nitty-gritty stuff, right? Why not? Side note, it's really nice to actually be able to talk like this. And not talk like this for the whole stream. it's nice to not have to raise my voice. Okay, let's go. That one thing about this game, the classic costumes really do not look very good. Yeah, so it was always one of those things. To me, I never really thought Flame Aura was that hard to punish on block. And a lot of people did. And I thought, okay, let me see if I can punish it. After, you know, so many years away from the game. I got it first go. It's amazing how, just through the nature of a fighting game, you know, a single person cannot test everything. So, you know, to a certain extent, you kind of have to take things. You kind of do have to give people, like, the benefit of the doubt and credit to a certain point. You know, if someone says, "Oh, this is hard to punish," you think, "Okay, fair enough. Maybe it is hard to punish." And you try it yourself, and you just think, "Nah, it's not. Like, it's really not hard to punish." I'm trying to think what's like a really, really well-rounded stage for interactables and that. I actually wanted that costume. Never mind. I like this stage. Cove might be my favourite stage, actually. So because this was one of the games, unfortunately, where I lost my data, when my PS4 just reset itself, I don't have Shinnok, but no one likes Shinnok anyway. Shinnok is a scrub. Yeah, so I was thinking, the reason I was looking at standing 4 punishers is because it's a 10-frame punish with, as you can see, with pretty decent range. Like, that's got a full-on phantom hitbox. And it's crazy. I played Scorpion every day for 2 years, pretty much. I never knew, like, quite how far that move extends. Like, that's insane. Like, it probably wouldn't have changed him that much, but in terms of a 10-frame punish, you only had standing 2. Yeah, you had standing 2, and that was it. Standing 2, I think standing 1's... Yeah, standing 1 is 9, standing 2 is 9. The only problem with standing 2 is quite stubby. You got to be real close. I got to take 2 full steps to hit him. Same with standing 1. Like, standing 1 is pretty stubby. Standing 4, like, you have to take, like, 1 full step? Yeah, 1 full step, and standing 4 will hit. So you can do standing 4 spear, and then in Hellfire, for no bar, you still get a restand. This is one of my favorite combos ever. I know when I first started doing that. One of the things early on with Hellfire, one of the things I really liked about it was that if you had like a button into spear, you could still get like decent damage and maintain the teleport restand. So just to show that real quick, teleport is incredibly plus on hit. So, you know, whenever possible, like, you always wanted to end the combo in teleport. Whoops. And then you could, you know, be, like, you know, plus 20 or whatever teleport was on hit. Oh, plus 18, okay. Yeah, so plus 18, like, you know, you can kind of do whatever you want when you're plus 18. And that's one of the reasons I really loved Hellfire early on, was that you basically had 2 ways to restand people. So even if you started, you know, a punish with a spear, you could do nuke jump punch, jump kick teleport, and then just catch him on the way down with Flame Aura. And because you activate Flame Aura late in the combo, this was especially useful when Flame Aura ticked. Flame Aura does not tick in MKXL, but Flame Aura used to count as hits. So if you was to end a combo like this, whoops, if you was to end a combo like this, and then follow up with like a fireball ender, for example. I think I'm remembering this right. It's been a while since I played. Wow, I can't even like do deep NJPs anymore. There we go. And then you would do that. Or you could do that after your Flame Aura. So you could do that. This jailed after Fireball hit. So you would do this into this, and then you drop your Flame Aura. You do that, and back 3 would jail there. So if they did anything, if they even breathed, if they did anything other than hold block, back 3 would hit them. And that's something I didn't actually learn until quite late into the game. I remember the only tournament I ever used that in was the final VSF, and maybe the... No, it was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I remember finding that really late, because the Fireball is plus 11 on hit, and back 3 is 11 frames. So if you're perfect, and really just because of the way Fireball recovers, it's not that hard to you know, to kind of do anything, like to just follow up with back 3. You can just do back 3 straight away. And that caught a few people out at that tournament. It's funny because I think it was weird with Hellfire. No one ever used Fireball, like ever. I mean, as a move, it kind of sucks, but as an ender off of 2-1 and jailing into back 3, for example, I'll leave it off auto block just because I'm a wee bit rusty. But let's say you get like a really common punish with Scorpion would say be standing 3. right? So you get standing 3 into that. That's like his optimal 10 frame punish. There we go. You then get this. Whoops. Oh yeah, you can't do 2, can you? There we go. So this is going to be for no bar. I was always a very firm advocate that, like, Scorpion should never, ever spend bar in a combo. That's 37% meterless, mind you, off of a super practical punish. Like, standing 3 is... The standing 3 buff, by far, like, the best buff he ever got was his standing 3. And by that I mean the startup. Standing 3 being 7 frames. Like, if he'd have got this earlier in the game, like, he might have been more of a problem. I don't know. Yeah, like, you know, that kind of was your go-to punish for a lot of things. That or forward 3. Like, forward 3 is actually, in terms of range, as you can see, standing 3 doesn't hit, that doesn't hit. Like, down 4 does, but obviously down 4 doesn't get you a combo. Back 1 doesn't hit, forward 2 does, but it's not a combo. This doesn't hit, this doesn't hit, this doesn't hit. If he had an extension off of forward 3, it would be one of the best mids in the game. It's 12 frames. I can't remember what the frames were if you fireball cancelled it. This will be fun. Oops. Man, it's been a while. Ah. Okay, I'm not... There we go. Like, that's not punishable. Like, that's absolutely not punishable. And if you fireball cancel it, it's super easy to hit confirm that. So if that had... Like, in Hellfire, that, like, was your go-to, pretty much. Like, forward 3 fireball cancel was your mid-check. The only problem is, 12 frames in a game, just with the way pokes work in this game, like, you weren't checking anybody with a 12-frame mid in this game. Like, you just weren't. And he also didn't really have anything to set it up. So, if it was a bit faster, that's why standing 3 was, like, just incredible. So, so good. So, for example, to show that string... Yeah. What's that?
What did I say I was gonna do today? We were meant to do.
Oh, clean?
I completely forgot.
Yeah, but I'll be doing that before we go.
I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not saying do it.
Ah, don't clean. Come and play Mortal Kombat. Stream. Should she clean the flat or should she come and play MK?
Clean.
Okay, I didn't expect her to say that.
I need to clean though. I'm not doing it now. I'm just saying I need to clean.
Well, I'll do it at some point.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it. That's rude.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be the last one here, so...
That's still rude.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm getting blown up here. No. Ads can help you while streaming.
It says,
Go away.
you know when you reply just to be polite and now they want to start talking? That's so true.
Alright, so what was I going to show? Oh yeah, standing 3. So, standing 3 punish. And then you basically just follow up with 2 on fireball. And then you'd get back 3 pretty much as a follow-up. So that was 37%. Back 3 gave you a full combo again. So it literally just looped right back into itself. And because you already had Flame Aura on, you can still Flame Aura, end in teleport. That's what, like 70%, I think, if my maths is right. Well, more than 70%. The first string was 37. I can't even do jump in 2, man. I can't believe I'm dropping that. I can't believe I'm dropping that. I mean, you can do standing 3. It's one of the things that was kind of nice about that buff, because you got an extra 2 frames to work with. Like, 2 frames doesn't sound like a lot of time, but like in fighting game terms, like 2 frames is actually a lot. There we go. So that's 31 and 37, so that would be 68% damage. For no meter, for no bar, you'd get 68% off of a punish, and if they pressed a button, they were dead. Let's empty my meter here real quick. There we go. Sorry? What sounds funny? empty my meter. I think my roommate's being weird. My roommate is off camera. You can't see her, but she's there. Okay, so do we still get bar? Okay, we still get bar if we do that. So let's see how much meter this builds. Ah man, tell you what. Vanilla Scorpion's meter building. Thanks for the follow, Alec. Okay, so that's one combo. Oh no, so you metered... Hang on, how'd you get it so it doesn't... Super meter bars... I want it normal, don't I? There we go. Right, let me do that again. Oh, God, man. You've got the recording curse, the live streaming curse, and the fact that I haven't played this game in like 4 years. So that's what, about 2/3 of a bar? So you'd gain 2/3 of a bar for doing that. So it's kind of nuts. Hey, what's up, Demon? No, I don't. I've only got MK11 on PS4. And I don't have MK11 installed, actually. No, I don't speak Spanish, Alec. I know a few words, but that's it. I don't speak it on any level. If it was more, yeah, that'd definitely be a language. If I could just click my fingers and I'd probably speak Spanish, that'd be very useful. Alright, so let's have a look at, let's have a look at Venomous. Let's have a look at what they did to my Venomous. Even though I did this like retroactive, well, by mistake. Man, it's still annoying what they did to this character. Like this variation was so cool, so technical, and like one clip from an online set that me and Foss were playing at like 2 in the fucking morning, and they were like, "Oh well, that needs nerfing." And I'm like, thanks, Foss. There we go. This is one of the most like fun B&Bs in the entire game as well. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's such a fun combo. Sorry? Raid Shadow. God, that game is fucking everywhere. I don't know if you caught that stream, but even my roommate is getting like Raid Shadow Legends spammed. That's true, actually. Yeah, they're listening on their phone. Yeah, so that was one thing with Venomous. Like the punishment damage, people always felt was pretty weak. Getting like over 30% for no bar from 10 frames. Like that's not bad damage. In my opinion. You also had that, which wasn't terrible. And like the other thing about Venomous, before they just completely, you know, turned Bug Spray into a piece of shit move. Because I think even on block now, isn't it? It's just, yeah, it's like that, yeah. Then again, you can still do this, and like, hardly anybody ever punished this move. This was the one move I didn't downplay. Oh, is it crossplay? Okay. I don't think I ever will, to be honest, Demian. I really, really do not like MK11. Just, it's so dry. That game is so just stale to play. Like, it's not fun. Just the execution in that game, I just don't enjoy. I don't enjoy doing the moves in MK11. It's just not fun to play at all for me. It's a real shame because, you know, it's MK. It is Mortal Kombat, but it doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat. It doesn't have that MK style, you know? It's funny, people, like, immediately, I suppose, like, retroactively hated MKX, but MKX is as Mortal Kombat has ever been. And you just can't beat that. MK11 doesn't have that style. Alright, so let me go back to this 10 frame. So this would be like max. So you could still do your standard 2-1-4 loop. And then you'd have to spend 3 bars. So what would you get for that? Funnily enough though, like, the fact that he now has the standing 3 means, like, finding this is kind of irrelevant. Oh no, of course you can't do that because I've already neutral jump punched him now. Sorry? Okay, so that is max damage. Sorry? Move it? Oh, okay. As in, so you're not in frame? Alright. I don't think I can really do that. It's a pretty wide-angled lens on the camera.
It's gonna be funny.
That's like about as good as I can get it. Because if I put it on that monitor, it's like it's definitely gonna see. I mean, barely. Like, if I like move this way, no, if I move this way, they're still gonna see you a little bit, but you'll be very small. You'll be very, very small. Just like spray paint yourself green.
Green?
Yeah, let me get like new software and I can just green screen you out.
Yeah.
You won't see you. Oh, I don't know about that, Demian. There's a lot of stuff people have no idea about in this game. Like for example, like Scorpion, he was definitely like OP when the game launched. But as a day one Scorpion player, like, seeing people, like, still get blown up by shit like this, like, 2 years after the game came out was kind of sad. It's like, standing 1, like, people just, I don't think, really knew frames. Like, standing 1 is +2. +2 is nothing in this game. Like, it's absolutely nothing. You only really have to respect plus frames, like, unless something will jail, or you'll actually get blown up for it. Like, for example, right? Scorpion's at +2. Like, Scorpion cannot do anything with +2 except this. Down 1. That's it. That's all he can do. That's his fastest poke is down 1. It's always been down 1. It's 6 frames. So you've got +2, and unless it's in this game, unless it's a mid, it doesn't count. So you've got +2. Look at his mids. Like, all of his mids are too slow to enforce with +2. That's 11 frames. You'll get poked out if they poke. And that is pretty much the standard, like, poke game in MKX. But you needed something to, like, really fear, like, to put fear in your opponent. None of his pokes did that. Like, all of his stuff was jumpable. Like, I even made a point about mentioning this and got blown up. And then about a year later, back when Test Your Might had all those, like, Illuminati threads, everyone then realized, oh yeah, Scorpion's pokes are actually shit. And I thought, yeah, I told all you guys that a year ago, and you all said I was stupid. Like, just everything can be jumped. Like, if you do this into that, like, you can get jumped, that into that, like, any poke. Like, down 4, that's kind of why, actually, let's change variations here. That's why towards the end of MKX, ninjutsu was what more people were playing, because with ninjutsu, you had this, and that was it, like, you... Oh, what's up, Gabe? Thanks for follow, Death Scars. Yeah, so you had to respect this. Like, even though this wasn't an overhead before, but the thing that gave Scorpion was, when you hit a down 4, you couldn't breathe. You had to block. Because even if you armored, it's gonna be easier if I play Jax. Like, even if you armored after that, you were dead. Like, Scorpion was gonna hit you. So let's go record. We'll do that into that. So I got hit, I blocked. What's Jax's dash punch? Oh, of course, they check. Nothing has armor anymore, does it? Oh man, I forgot. they took out all the fucking armor in this game. That was another thing that altered Scorpion towards the end of the game. Like, they took out all the armored launchers. Like, a lot of the armored launchers got removed. So Scorpion's like established meta until that point was completely changed after they altered that. But his core problem of like just not having anything to really threaten you with, like, was always his biggest issue. That's true, Gabe. We were. Yeah, 5 years ago today, July, we would have been... Yeah, God, man. When was EVO in 2015? I think I would have been, like, getting my bags ready for EVO, man. EVO 2015. What day did that fall on? EVO 2015 was July 15th to the 17th, and that was the year where I did that on like a hot dog and like a Panda Pop budget. So I had my terrible flight layovers that year. And I think I flew out on the 12th or the 13th. But didn't get there until the day after because my layovers were so long. Yeah, me and Gabe, I think me and Gabe have been to every EVO that we've been to. Me and Gabe have been at the same EVO. I think I went to one before EVO that Gabe didn't go to, I think, which was 2013. But after that, we were at every EVO after that until 2016. Well, until 2017. Yeah, it's weird with the way the game like ended up evolving. Ninjutsu, where you don't have the threat of armored launchers, is super fucking good. Because you can't mash. Like, what was so frustrating as a Scorpion player was just people mashing. You know, like, for example, one of the things that used to infuriate me in the Kung Lao matchup, this, even now, it's annoying to think about. When you hit Kung Lao with anything, like when you hit him with any poke at all, you had to guess. You, the person that hit him, had to guess. Is he gonna do jump back dive kick? Because if he does, and you press and like you go to follow up on your plus frames, you're dead. That jump back dive kick is gonna blow you up. And that made this matchup just terrifying. It's like every time you hit him, you're like, okay, is he gonna dive kick? Like the risk reward of doing, like, just imagine like you down one someone, and you think, okay, I kind of have to just see if they dive kick now. And obviously dive kick's full combo punishable, which is where Scorpion shined, and he always did. It's weird, I think I remember saying this on one of the earliest HMKs. Hellfire Scorpion in a game like Tekken would be, like, disgustingly good. He'd be insanely powerful. Because he never needed bar to hit, like, he never needed bar to do real damage. He built meter really well. Like, standing 3 is a great punish. Like, 114 is a good punish for armor breaks. Back 3, 2, forward 2 with Flame Aura ticks used to break armor. Like, you couldn't fucking armor against him. Sorry? Oh, please. Thank you. Sure you don't want to play? Gabe, who should my roommate play in with MKX? Okay, she's out of the room. I have a feeling she'll pick either Melina or Katana. Because they're stylish ladies. That's my bet. Who else we got? Who else can we talk about? Oh, let's talk about my girl. Well, my second. Well, actually, no. Technically, my first girl in MKX. Jackie. I haven't got her alt costume. That's... Oh, I lost my data. That sucks. Okay. I'm going Jackie Briggs. Good old full auto. Remember when the game came out and freaking game sites were like, this is how you deal with full auto. I played Gunslinger before it was a hipster variation as well. I want retro props for that. OG Gunslinger. No one ever played Marksman, did they? Like, Assassin Katana or Cassie. Actually, yeah, Cassie. I could see her playing Cassie. Yeah. Which was this was it. This was it. Is it? It's X. You have to hold. No one ever did this. Like, you never saw people do this as full auto. Right. About there. There's no way you're blocking. There's no way you're blocking this. Or back 2 in the corner. It's back 2 again. Like 60. Oh, so I was close. 17 frames. 17 frame overhead. And the low is instant. Like, no way you're block. And you can make it. You can do a hard to blockable. So like, you know, you can just let go of X, and at any point that's gonna hit. So, like, there's no way you're blocking that. He did, yeah. Omega should have stuck with Kung Jin, man. Kung Jin was maybe too much of a fundamental character for a Bane player. Sorry, Bane players, but you all know I'm right. You all know I'm just speaking truth. In your hearts. In your heart of hearts. In your soul. You know I'm speaking the truth. But Kung Jin was, I don't know, it feels like he was one of the earliest victims, I feel like, of just people being in such a rush to say this game was maxed out, you know. I remember seeing threads literally within the first 3 weeks of people saying, "Oh yeah, man, the meta's totally maxed." Like, nah, man. Once people learn to react to run, once people learn how to react to this, or this, or this, or this, or this. Once people learn how to react to that, game's dead. The game's dead. Spoiler alert. No one ever reacted to runs. You even saw this hit people all the time in this game, okay? That hit people all the time. This was the MKX special. Just jump in the corner, throw. Because you were so terrified of getting launched that someone could do this like 3 times in a row. And the 36% you just lost is still only slightly more than guessing wrong on a 50-50. Man, this game was something else. This game was something else. But in a good way. I love this game. This has that MK9 and Injustice 1 feel. Like, if you were at a tournament or something and someone had like an MKX set up somewhere, you're like, yeah, let's play. Like, I'll play some MKX right now. What else we got? So I went over Venomous, really destroyed Venomous. Thank you. Sorry? Oh, I will do. Oh, she made me pink tea. Oh, very nice. Thank you. What else we got here? Oh, yeah, Jax. Jax was kind of... Jax never really made much of an impact, did he? In this game. Good old Preddy. Did they never took out his 2-bar 56% combo, did they? I never understood why people made such a big deal about that. 2 bars for 56%. You think about it, right? Let's go through the cast. My memory's not the best, but I'm just gonna off the top of my head, like, what characters can break 40 for a bar? Yes, definitely. Yes, 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 yes. Only in one variation, but yes, fucking easily, 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 easy, 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 easy. Easy, easy, easy. Can downright fucking kill you for 1 bar. Can do 50% for a bar. Can do like high 40s for a bar. Ferritor could easily do that. So, Reptile, situational, but he could do it. Kotal Khan definitely could. Ermac hits like a truck in this game. Liu Kang can probably do it meterlessly. To be fair, Aaron Black, unless it's a corner combo, I don't think he's going to do 40% for a bar. Cage definitely can. Kano definitely can. I don't think Shinnok can, to be fair. Not for a bar. Then again, he doesn't fucking need to. Obviously, yes. Obviously, yes. Yeah, I think they reduced damage. I'm mainly talking about when Predator came out, people flipped their shit over that 2-bar 56% combo. And I thought every single character in the game can easily hit 40+% for a bar. Why is spending 2 for an extra, like, 12% broken? You know? I mean... this game... It's such a shame that this game... people stopped playing. Because I guess it's just the NRS cycle. It never felt like this game really got maxed out, you know? I mean, I remember, this is something that, at the beginning of the game's life, and at the end of the game's life, what I'm about to show you is not considered safe. Although it is considered safe. That move went unpunished from day one to the final day. That move is minus 28 on block, I think. 29, I was close. Minus 29 on block. You have half a second to punish that move. And towards the very end of the game, people still weren't punishing it. Now, no one's perfect, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're all robots here and everyone can punish everything. However, let's look at a game like Tekken, right? Or any game that's been played for a decent amount of time. How often do you see minus 20 or so moves on block go unpunished? It's very, very rare. It's very rare. Like, you saw that all the time in this game. All the time. Was it Cassie who did 60% for 3 bars in the early days? Yeah, I think she did more than that, actually. I can't remember what variation it was. But yeah, she definitely had, like, 60% damage combos, for sure. Yeah, so let's just, oops. I still... It's weird, after all this time, like, I'm struggling with my muscle memory, but, like, I still have the memory for, like, going into human mode and setting block to always. Because, like, if you weren't a lab monster in this game, you were going to get wrecked. Yeah, so here we are. So Scorpion... I think... There we go. Forward 4. Forward 4 is 25 frames? Yep. Oh, look. I even have time to say, oh, look, and punish it with a 25 frame move. And my point there... Hey, that's 37 for no bar. Point there is that when people say this game was maxed out, in games that are maxed out, minus 30 frame moves don't go unpunished regularly in tournament. You know? People don't miss punishes on minus 30 moves. Like, you just don't. Because at that point, it's ingrained, it's muscle. It's like punishing a hell sweep. Like, if you block a hell sweep in Tekken, you're like, oh look! You know, there's that animation that I know, like, you know, really well. On the subject of damage, though, let's go back to Scorpion real quick. Because this was something that, ironically enough, I always felt kind of went under the radar. Like, people were obsessing over vanilla Scorpion's plus frames when the game launched. Because 214 was like plus 20 or more. And they reduced chip damage in the game after that. But just to give you guys an idea... So we get... You could also double Flame Aura in vanilla. So that's 37% for no bar. And in vanilla, you could get 1, 2... And I think all this chip is 50%. I want to say. Oh man, Gabe, can you remember what the chip reduction was? I want to say it was 1.25, 1.25, and 1.5. I think this used to do 3% chip, or you know, close enough to it, and that used to do almost 4% chip. Let's round down. Let's say this was 2.5%. I think it was more, but let's round down. So, off of a full combo with Scorpion, we'll just go standing 2. So that's 33%. I've still got Flame Aura on. 1, 2, 3. Also, Flame Aura did more damage back then. 1, 2, 3. And if you really wanted to be cheeky, you could just end in Fireball, even though that's full combo punishable, but people were like, oh my god, a Fireball. That's half-life for no bar. And, yeah. I regret not just doing that early on. Early on, like, you know, it was, you know, oh, like, you know, use the pressure for a mix-up or something, and then afterwards I thought, no. Like, I have, like, Grundy damage with this block string, and if you try and get out, thanks. Like, so let's look at that, actually. Let's look at that. Yeah, that was, yeah, it was in the region of 10%. I can't remember what, though. So let's say, in vanilla, you got hit by this. And on the third hit, okay, how I'm gonna have to do the combo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the combo. Okay, so let's say you get hit by that, and then you think, oh, I'm just gonna take the hit, bro. Come here. You then get another flame aura, and then, I mean, what's that, like 70%? 75? For one bar? And that's safe. Like, EX Spear is safe. So. But then again, you built so much bar with Scorpion, that if you wanted to be really cheeky, if you thought they were going to take the hit, you could just do teleport. Like, and then, like, you go right back into it. Like, the amount of meter he built, for, like, doing just his basic combo. I can't remember. Can you do that after, the patch? Right, nah, hang on. I don't think so. Yeah, they did. They took out, like, every option select, pretty much. But, you know, if you wanted to be, you know, just throw caution to the wind, you could just do regular teleport into EX teleport, do it all over again. And then you'd get your ship damage again. And then let's just say, for example, you did spend a bar. I have half a mind to, like, get vanilla MKX on here just to show this, just how crazy this was. Okay, so that's 1 fireball cancel. That's 2. Look how much bar I just built. Just built an entire bar just from the block string. The block string alone just almost built a bar. And then if you got hit by if you got hit by this. Oh, I fucked up. There we go. Yeah. So that combined with the block string is you'd build, like, over a bar back. So the bar that you spent doing this, the bar that you spent doing that EX teleport, you would easily get back. Hang on, let me just put it on normal here. So, okay, so there we go. I haven't got any bar left. Let's go block mode always. 1. Because you get bar for doing a fireball cancel. And then you do back 3-2, forward 2. Look at that. Like, that's a bar right there. It's a bar meter. It was dumb, man. It was crazy. Scorpion was... If you could have had, like, a month of time to really dial in his vanilla stuff, you would have been fucking unstoppable with Scorpion. Who else should we go over? What time is it? Old Alien, everybody's favorite character. Oh man, remember when, what was it? Yeah, it was Unstoppable, wasn't it? Remember when Unstoppable had, like, his damage boost? Why did they take that out? That was such a cool mechanic. Why did they take that out? Everybody's favorite character, Melina. Still think that is by far, like, the best Melina costume that she's ever had. Just her default MKX costume is so good. It's such a cool costume. Remember when this was a mid? Remember when this was a mid? Speaking of which, I was going over some old stuff. This was ages ago, actually. And I came across an old outtake from HMK. Gabe probably knows what I'm about to show. Oh no. Ooh. God damn it. Oh, it's been a while. There we go. One of the maybe one of, if not the only character that had a way to full combo punish like back 1-2 into back 1-2. Now, obviously, you could just do back 1-2 into back 1 with Melina. That is true. But if I remember rightly, back 1, Gabe will probably know this better than me. What was back 1 on block? Just back 1. -2. I want to say it was worse than -2. Pretty bad whiff recovery, though. Yeah. So if you did do that... Yeah, you probably you wouldn't get a punish there. I mean, you could do this, obviously. You know, if you were feeling ballsy, just fuck it, just do this. But the old standing 3 into like I don't know, maybe another character had something. But as far as I knew, like perfect back 1-2 into back 1-2. He was the only character that I knew that actually could blow that up. Not strictly a punish, because obviously you have to commit to it. Like, you can't do that on reaction. Like, you have to commit to that teleport cancel. Why have you not got a cable, man?
I have, but I don't want to use mine.
Have you? Why is your cable not long enough?
I don't know, I need to buy a new one.
You need a longer cable. I've got to, like, crawl behind my PC now.
What's this one?
That's tight. That's micro USB.
The old one?
It's the wrong cable, yeah.
Oh my days. Why are you hiding chocolate in here?
I'm not hiding chocolate in here.
Oh my days, what do you think I am? I'm gonna eat all your chocolate.
I'm not hiding it, it's just where I put it when I came home the other day. There you go.
All your kind of shit. Thank you. Oh, I need the plug too. What am I gonna do with this?
What do you mean you haven't got a plug? You...
Give me the plug.
You're not even prepared, man.
Look, you know when you watch those Japanese animes and that when the girl gets embarrassed, she has those red lines on her cheeks? Mm-hmm. My skin's mad sensitive because of my...
Yeah, you're blushing. That's because you know I'm right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You never prepared, man. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I mean, we can do it whenever you want. So I thought you wanted to, like, play a game, so... Whenever I'm okay whenever.
I'm jump on a call and I will straight after. But...
So then do you want to do Shisha after that? Or do you want to do Shisha after you call, what do you mean?
After my call.
Yeah, that's fine, that's cool.
But my call's only going to be about 20 minutes.
That's fine, I won't be streaming like super long, so.
Okay.
Alright. Have you not got a cable? Have you not got your own charging cable? Come on. On Amazon, you get like 3 of them for like a tenner. What was I gonna do? Oh, is anyone still... Do you think anyone's playing this online? Anyone's still playing MK? Should we try and get one game? Like, just to see if people are still playing? Oh, -4. Okay. Yeah, because they changed so much of this game. You know? It's kind of nuts. Like, this game had what? Like, probably 4 pretty different versions. Four different versions, I would say, where there was enough changed where, like, you would have to play the game a little bit to get used to it. I know, it's funny enough, when they took out all the armor, when they just, like, nuked all the armor in the game, I really didn't like that. There was this huge bill from watch me get Ninja Killer or something and just get absolutely destroyed. Yeah, so once they took out all the armor, because there was this huge bill going around for ages that this game was full of like safe armored launchers, and I thought, like, no, it's not though. I think there was 1 or 2 that were actually safe. Tremors was safe, I think, and Punch Walk? Was Punch Walk safe? What are the odds that I get a Molina player, Gabe? God, it's been a while. It ain't been that long, son. It ain't been that long. Oh god, this is lag. This is not a good connection. This guy just has no fear. That's not a punish, no. Like, okay, I'm only gonna play one game in this. This is like really laggy. You just down to me. Bruh. He starts out the fight with roll. Like, bruh, come on. Oops. See, he didn't actually have to respect that. Oh, I got hit by it. I did actually try to block high there, but this is not the best connection. Oh, that's punishable. I was blocking that. Come on, jump into my flame aura. I bet that was an accident. Did you give him the MKX special? One more time. One more time. Okay. He got wise to it. Nah. What's his brutality? Yeah, that's it. That's it. God, this game's fun, man. This game's fun, man. This game's a lot of fun. I think that was someone knocking. I don't know if that was important. Sorry, dude. That is a bad connection. I'm not playing on that. Hello? That was weird. Like they, because he had 3 bars and what, like a 3 ping? Was he a scumbag? Did he like hit resume on his download as soon as we started playing? All right, what we got? I can't believe he just fucking started with roll. Like, the balls on that man. Like, Jesus. Just roll. Just do it. Just no fear. To be fair, though, it's a 50-50. You ain't reacting to roll. I really need to play that at some point, if anyone's still playing that. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm going to have time for anything else tonight. It's moving day tomorrow, so I actually don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I need to resume the download on that after the stream. That's 107 gigs, man. That mode is bigger than Black Ops 4, like, in its entirety. What the fudge is going on? You see, sometimes this is where I wish I had games digitally, because I thought, oh yeah, I could just play some Doom. I could play a little bit of Doom. But, like, these are all my disc-based games, physical games. I just thought The Last of Us 2 needs to be in there. I finished my second playthrough of that earlier today, by the way. I guess my opinion on it is a little bit different after playing through Abby a second time. But man, my biggest complaint has not changed. I think they just really fuck up the characters in that game. They really, really fuck them up. I really want to get Geometry Wars 3 on this PS4, you know. Part of me wants to get it on the Xbox, just because, to be real, like, the Xbox is actually, like, I can use the 360 pad on that, which is better thumbsticks. The only problem is that means I have to keep the Xbox actually plugged in, which, you know, I don't want to do, because I don't like that console. How much is it on PS4? There we go. How do you get that when you search Geometry Wars? Like, what the hell? God, that game's almost 6 years old, man. Jesus. 10 out of 10 in many ways, it's the perfect game. I could agree with that. The finest modern arcade. This Geometry Wars 3 is hella underrated, though. It's so underrated. Maybe it's just people just don't really care about games like that anymore. Even in 2014, like, you know, dual joystick shooters, like, you know, weren't exactly lighting the world on fire. But man, it is a fantastic game, and one game that I would kill to be able to play offline multiplayer with. Like, it's kind of insane to me that that game doesn't have online co-op. I really thought it would have, but it doesn't. And it would be the perfect game to play with, like, you know, a group of people. Like, it's such a good game for multiplayer. Why? What's this freaking cutscene here? Oh, it's the developer logo. What are the odds that that's on Game Pass, maybe? Yeah, I do want to get that at some point, though. What was PlayStation Plus in July? I can't even remember. The Last of Us podcast? What's that? Is this my podcast? There's no description or anything? Whoa! That's a pretty hefty discount. Huh. Strange. Alright, guys. I'm trying to think, what can I do? This is why I need more, like, downloadable stuff on the PS4. I'm tempted to, I am tempted to fire that up, but it's not a good idea. Let's play Downwell, actually. We'll play a wee bit of Downwell, and then get ready for tomorrow. My roommate moves out, well, like, gets a lot of stuff done tomorrow, and then moves on Saturday, and I'm moving the week after, so. Things to do. This game's hella good too, by the way. That was it, yeah. Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like, if it was the, like, anniversary edition of Tomb Raider, like 2013 Tomb Raider, I'd be super happy about that. I did not like Rise. Shadow was, like, a little better, but... Early lasers, like, kind of annoying, because you only get, like, 2 shots. I really like this gun. A lot of people don't. I think machine guns are just super OP in this game, though. This game's awesome. This game's super cheap as well. More upgrades to choose from. Yeah, we'll get that. Yeah, I think I got this game on Vita when... God, man, yeah, that's a while ago now, actually. I had... I think I pulled a muscle, like, years ago in my back, and was, like... It was really weird, because it just flared up out of nowhere. And I was off work for, God, about 3 weeks, I think. And pretty much was just in bed for 3 weeks, like, and just couldn't really do anything. And I remember this game was like 80p on the Vita. It was just like discounted, just ridiculously low. And I remember getting it on the Vita because, you know, I was in bed, so I was playing my Vita a lot, and just spent a lot of time playing this game. It's super, super good. It's hard too. Like, I'm kind of forgetting how to play it right now. Am I playing on? Hang on, I just thought. Am I playing on hard? Yeah, I am. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's... That said, though, this is definitely one of those games where, like, when you get, like, you know, reasonably decent at it, like, playing it on, like, normal, or, like, its default mode, like, it's just not fun. Like, it's just too easy. Like, there's hardly any enemies, and, like, chaining your combo and, like, keeping your gun charged is, like, what makes it fun. And when you play on easy, like, you get so few enemies that, like, it's kind of hard to keep your gun charged, just because there's hardly any enemies. Like, 25 combo gets you a charge on your gun and a health upgrade, and that's obviously what you want. And it's actually quite hard to get a 25 combo on easy, because you just don't get any enemies. Really. Super good game, though. Shout outs to the Vita. Hey, that's the best one you can get. Those like post-stage upgrades are random, and gems recharging your gun, like your gun boots, is like by far the best one. If you hit the ground, your combo resets. Or if you get, or if you die, obviously. Oh, that was 24, god damn it. Ah, or if you hit something. No worries, Gabe. I'll be hopping off in a bit. I just wanted to get a short stream in tonight, because I didn't stream last night. I actually planned on streaming last night, but, just kind of got distracted doing stuff to move, and then by the time, like, we'd kind of finished doing that, it was just too late to really stream. So that should be all sorted going forward, though. Yeah, it's been a while. Shouldn't get the shotgun, like, early, because you need more shots in the early stages, like, until you get a couple of charges on your gun. And these things that follow you, man. Fuck these guys. It really looked like I jumped on him. I don't think this is cross data. So I played it enough on the Vita where, like, I've got everything. This and Geometry Wars 3 are probably my two most played games on the Vita. Alright. Need to actually pay attention. Kind of forgot. This game's pretty hard. Speaking of games that are pretty hard, well, at least they seem hard, I got Jump King installed today. That was on sale on Steam. Happened to catch a bit of 12 gauge playing that, and man, like, I'm just really interested, like, how that game works. It seems pretty cool. It seems like it's right up my alley. Oh, that was lucky. Kinda have to do that. What's up, VHS? You know what? There is one thing I wanted to check, actually, before I signed off on here. $107 results. Resident Evil triple pack. 16 quid? I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. I don't know about that for RE4. That seems a bit pricey. That seems a bit pricey, that does, doesn't it? What's on sale then? What you got for us? Yeah, or you can probably buy the console and a copy of it for less than that. The fact that that game doesn't have online multiplayer is absolutely bad. Well, hello there, Mr. Titanfall 2 for $4.99. Ew, that is tempting. I do have it on PC, so I've played, you know, the best version, but that game for that price, honestly, just, it feels rude to not buy it. Titanfall 2 for $5. That is disgusting. That shouldn't be allowed. I'm going to add that to my cart, just in case. But that's actually disgusting. That game is so cheap. If you've not played Titanfall 2, like, play it right now. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a superb game. Is it just me, or is this sales stuff, Titanfall 2 notwithstanding, a little bit shit? Ooh, Next Machina's good, though. Just thinking, I mean, I'm probably not gonna buy it, honestly. But it honestly just feels a bit rude to not buy it for that price. It's such a good game. That is one of the most, not underrated, because it did review well, but like that is easily like the most underappreciated game of this generation by far. It's so good. What's that? Yeah, I was thinking that VHS.
I always like monasteries.
I know that voice.
Monks. People devoted to an ideal. Devoid of compulsion. Devoid of violence. I guess I liked it because I never understood it. They say you can't really change without confronting the past. For some, it takes great effort. For me, it seems I can't avoid it.
That's a pretty cool beard, though.
My past just came kicking in my front door.
Anybody else getting, like, vaguely Hotline Miami vibes from this? This got co-op? Look at it. Yeah. Huh. This game looks pretty cool. So, looks like it's a bit of a mixture of like top-down shooter and like 2.5D like action game. Oh, what's up, Demon? That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna add that to my cart. I might give that a go. That looks like that's up my alley, that does. What else we got here? Wow, PSN, your sales are usually really good, but you really have got a whole lot of filler in this one. Just saying. Man, still though, Titanfall 2 for $4.99. Just... Oh yeah, I need... Well, I was going to pre-order that today, but apparently you've got to do it online, which is annoying. God, I can't wait for that. It's next Friday. That's a week tomorrow. I have maybe higher expectations of that than most people. But I'm really expecting that to be a pretty standout game. Like, if that's anything less than, you know, fantastic, I'm going to be pretty disappointed because I have like Infamous 2 levels excitement over that game. And that's pretty much what they've been doing since Infamous 2. Oh yeah, I forgot that that's out. Was it in October? I think. Can you get... Is there going to be a physical version of that game? I think it's just because it's Tony Hawk. There's something about me that kind of likes the idea of getting that game on a disc. So, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. It's a bit of a shorter one, and I don't actually know if I'll have time to stream tomorrow. If I'm not live, then obviously the answer's no. But I'll try and remember to update Discord if I get time to. But if not, I'll probably be live over the weekend just to kind of fill in the gaps. There's a lot of project stuff on the docket as of right now. So I've got plenty to keep me busy, but I've also got plenty to keep me busy that isn't streaming, which is the eternal struggle, pretty much. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I will catch you, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, it'll probably be over the weekend. Peace.